think she said, when people tell you who they are the first time, and they tell you who they are, believe them the first time. So when someone sells a supplement on social media and they talk about cancer or arthritis or some other disease, and they make outrageous claims, they are telling you exactly who they are. And 99% of the time, they make nothing. The only thing they make are claims. So I try to go to the other extreme. I make everything. And I try to make my claims as mild and as consistent with the science as possible. If anything, I get more complaints from our customers that I don't do my products justice, that I'm too understated. But I'd rather be understated and let the products speak for themselves than make the kinds of exaggerated disease claims that other companies make.
Thank you for all your orders on turmeric. We see you there. If it's in your shopping cart, check out as fast as you can and take advantage of those savings. We're going to keep on going. Still to come, 3 more great Today specials. But first, we go to CholestaCare. Talk about a tried and true favorite. This is one right here. An effective natural formula to help maintain healthy cholesterol levels. Results, and that's what you'll read about, certainly with what people talk about in their reviews. Pricing on CholestaCare today, again, a staple, a foundational product that so many people just swear by. You can see we have the 1,000 capsules. It is the only time each year where you can buy 1,000 capsules, and that's a lot of CholestaCare, and it's a lot of money saved. That would be $250. We are under $100. That saves you $150. Obviously, Andrew, cholesterol levels is something that we all need to certainly think about and look after.
Absolutely. It's interesting. It's not that I'm any great fan of Big Pharma. And certainly Big Pharma has made a lot of very important products for a lot of folks. Perhaps they've gotten a little bit carried away. I think they're a $1 trillion industry. I think pharma worries about how big the vitamin industry is, and it's tiny compared to pharma. And folks often say that the only reason cholesterol, the levels of cholesterol that are recommended have gone down is so more of the drugs that lower cholesterol can be sold. Unfortunately, that's not my reading of the science. My reading of the science is that for many folks, especially folks with other risk factors, whether it might be hypertension, whether it might be type 2 diabetes, whatever it might be, it becomes more and more important that their LDL, that their apolipoprotein B, which it's very important to test apolipoprotein B. I think it's the most important number we get from a blood test about our cardiovascular risk. It's not something that's generally tested. It's oftentimes, whether it's testing vitamin D levels that I've been recommending for 46 years. I've been recommending testing apolipoprotein B levels for a few years. I've been recommending testing A1C levels for probably 20 years. So we want to get as much information from our testing as possible. What's great about the product we're looking at right now, CholestaCare, it's unique in terms of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. There are not a lot of products or ingredients that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration allows to make what effectively is a drug claim. Think about calcium and osteoporosis. Makes sense. Think about fiber and say regularity. Makes sense. But plant sterols, the ingredient here, and lowering total and LDL cholesterol, that sounds like a claim for a statin drug. Which are the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors, or a PCSK9 inhibitor. Then there's a new drug, bempedoic acid. There's another drug, Zetia. That pretty much covers most of the bases. There's an old drug that affects the absorption of lipids. That's cholestyramine, biosequestrant. There's entire classes of drugs that help us to lower, maintain our cholesterol. They come with a very long list of side effects and can be very problematic for many people, in fact, for most people who might be trying them or taking them. That's what's so exciting about adding CholestaCare to the regime. You can show it to your doctor. It might enable you to take a lower dose of your standard medication, which could reduce the risk of side effect and make you possible to enjoy their benefits if you need their benefits. So it works perfectly with any of the drugs or medications I was just talking about, because plant sterols have an entirely different mechanism that works entirely differently. Plant sterols work because they look from a molecular standpoint almost identical to cholesterol. In fact, Cholesterol is only found in animal products. I always laugh when you look at sort of a nut butter or some plant-based product, and they talk about how excited it's zero cholesterol. Of course it's zero cholesterol. Cholesterol is only produced and manufactured by animals. So the only time you're going to see any cholesterol is in an animal-based food. But plant sterols are the plant equivalent of cholesterol. It looks almost identical, but for a couple of little atoms. I had a chart here that I'll find in a moment and I'll show you. But because it's almost identical, it kind of fools our body. It's Mother Nature's natural tool for lowering cholesterol absorption, lowering the reabsorption of the bile and cholesterol we naturally always secrete into our digestive system when we eat. So it's Mother Nature's perfect natural tool to lower total and LDL cholesterol. I know on the screen it says LDL bad cholesterol. If cholesterol is not problematic, LDL is not bad. LDL is just one of the vehicles that your body uses to move cholesterol around. Cholesterol is fatty. And because our plasma is not fatty, we need to have a vehicle, and that's what lipoproteins do. That's the vehicle that moves the cholesterol around. LDL particles in the wrong individuals at the wrong levels become problematic and can be what's called atherogenic. They could give rise to plaque in our coronary arteries, plaque in other arteries in our body. So again, this is just a wonderful natural tool. I think the large size is less than a dime a capsule. It works perfectly with whatever else you're doing. We've seen with folks who make changes in their diet, reducing cholesterol and saturated fat, and add fiber, that you can get 28, 25, 35% reductions in total and LDL cholesterol, in addition to whatever else you might be doing. So it's a perfect partner. Or if, like many folks, you can't tolerate those cholesterol-lowering drugs, at least you have a natural tool at your disposal.
And I think for so many of us, we know deep down inside that we're not eating, the fruits, the vegetables, the grains that perhaps we should be eating to get these important ingredients. And it's all too easy to go for the foods that are not great for us. Again, those that are high in saturated fats and cholesterol. So we're looking for things that could maybe help add to our lifestyle to nurture a healthier life. And that's what CholestaCare is able to do. We are T-minus 4 minutes before we move on to our next item, our secure meal replacement bars. Pricing is everything, the value is everything, and we are proud of this. You can see there's a 100, 250, 500, or the specialty 1,000 capsule size. That's where the pricing will be. So after the today's special is finished, and these are the final hours of the day, that's where the pricing is going to go. If you're ordering right now with Andrew and I live at 9:45 here on the East Coast, there's the pricing and there's the saving in the last column. It's all free shipping and handling. It's all on FlexPay, and it's really affordable, certainly when you look at the impact it has had. And Andrew, I know you fight hard. In a situation, at a time where prices are seemingly going up and up and up, you really always try to bring the prices either down or at least maintain.
I think when you look at other products at HSN and elsewhere, the prices have been going up. I was just speaking to the folks at HSN about this. The reason why my products haven't gone up is because I'm the manufacturer. And I'm the one who's supporting the ability to maintain the prices where they are. We have never sold CholestaCare in the 30+ years that I've had it at a lower price than this, at a lower cost per capsule than this. That goes for the glucosamine and chondroitin we talked about earlier, and the turmeric. So it's something that I'm proud of, that as a manufacturer, because it's not some contract manufacturer that controls my destiny and therefore your destiny and your price. It's my company. We do everything in-house, and that's why the prices stay so reasonable for so long. I was going to just show what I was talking about a moment ago. This is CholestaCare. This is a plant sterol. It's phytosterol. If we look at cholesterol itself, and just that's a stick figure of a molecule, basically. The only difference is that little red part there, that's 2 carbons, and it would be 5 hydrogens. That is the only difference between this complex cholesterol molecule and this complex CholestaCare molecule. And by the way, bile salts. Every time you eat, you secrete bile salts. That's the same as the cholesterol molecule, except for that little attachment there. So when CholestaCare is taken, it blocks cholesterol absorption, it blocks cholesterol reabsorption, it blocks bile reabsorption. So it basically forces your levels of internal endogenous cholesterol down. So it's not a mystery how it works, and it works incredibly effectively and safely, or the Food and Drug Administration wouldn't allow us to effectively make a medical claim for a dietary supplement. It is one of those exceptions to that rule.
But you have to remember as well, what's the worst that can happen? Because this isn't a drug or a medicine and there's no side effects, only side benefits, as Andrew says. It's, you know, in a situation like this, you're watching live on television, you're hearing the facts. If you are thinking about your cholesterol levels and you're certainly curious about it, I would highly recommend this. And obviously, Andrew, people always talk about this as well as Choco Nouveau, which is another product you made to help go hand in hand, really.
Well, Choco Nouveau is plant sterols as well. So Choco Nouveaus are plant sterol esters that are blended with dark chocolate to give it the creamy texture of milk chocolate. So again, it's the same mechanism, plant sterols, plant sterol esters. Plant sterol esters are cleaved to become plant sterols when they go through the digestive tract. So they basically have the exact same mechanism, blocking the absorption of cholesterol, blocking the reabsorption of bile salts. And again, it's a wonderful tool to lower your cholesterol further from whatever regime you're doing, or to potentially modify that regime. Potentially it's a medication that's a little challenging for you. Maybe if you reduce the dose a little bit, working with your doctor, and you could achieve the same level of cholesterol reduction using the ingredients in CholestaCare.
Thank you for your orders on CholestaCare. As we wrap that today's special up, I think we all deserve a snack. How about a snack that is packed full of vitamins and minerals and nutrients? How about a snack that'll keep you satisfied? Breakfast